kind of dance, sort of, I guess.
She gets down. Ooh, the move. Yeah, we actually got to eat some bugs. It was pretty cool.
Oh my God.
It just made bubbles. They had superheroes that were action figures, but one of them was naked, and I feel like side duck. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
What's up? It's your boy Chris Carson, and we got
Alissa too.
And we are here for the Dreams and Ballpits podcast.
Okay, so what is Dreams and Ballpits?
All right, so let's start there. So why the heck are we in this ball pit? So Dreams and Ballpits is all about creating a sense of play. This is a podcast dedicated to creativity, to unlocking the inner child in all of us, and just having fun, bringing fun and joy to the world. You know?
Yeah. I mean, how did it start? Like, let's get into it. I mean, we started, we introed, and now we gotta just go straight into this.
Let's just go straight into it. Hey, you start it off.
Okay, so Chris and I met at the San Diego Artist Incubator Program, and we started around because it was like social media content creation day. And at some point, we're just tired. We're just tired of it all.
Yeah.
So we started kicking a ball around, just a soccer ball that was just outside and about this venue, and then became a question of like, which ball in a ball pit would represent you, which led to, I think, the beginning of this whole podcast. You have anything else to add to that?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I remember Alissa said Dreams and Ball Pits, and I was like, that's it. And then the rest is history. Went up to Carlsbad, found a ball pit, and now we're here.
Talk about the whole journey of getting this ball pit.
Oh, okay.
Because this is not something that you can easily just like snag off Amazon or something.
No, it wasn't happening. So this is all custom built. This was randomly found it on Facebook Marketplace up in Carlsbad with a really rich guy from, I think he's from Nigeria. And he just had this in his garage. So he let me take it. He custom made it himself for his nephew that eventually left back home. So they didn't want it anymore. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it off your hands. And imagine me in a Prius stuffing all this in my car. And we made it happen though. Dreams really do come true in this ball pit. Let me tell you. Dreams really come true in this ball pit. They really do. All your dreams.
Wait, question.
Yes.
Was it built like this? It was like all together, or was it just the boards? Like,
it was all together, and then I added hooks in it to make it easy to like take apart and stuff like that. But it was all together, and they gave me a drill to like do this while in the rain. So
in the rain?
Yeah.
It was raining?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do for your dreams.
For your dreams.
What do you sacrifice?
In these ball pits, let me tell you,
Dreams
blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears, man. But yeah, tell the people, Alissa, a little bit about yourself, what you do. Yeah. Well, what you...
Okay, I was like, are we starting it with like, I'm unemployed?
Yeah. What you used to do.
I'm originally from Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to San Diego to get my MFA in writing at UC San Diego. Graduated with that in 2022.
Nice.
Yeah, and stayed around for my partner at the time to finish their degree in MFA in writing, but that didn't work out. And by the time it didn't work out, I had this job as a grant writer at Pacific Arts Movement, which organizes and hosts the San Diego Asian Film Festival.
Nice.
Just recently got laid off as we started this whole thing. But
it's fact.
Yep, I'm mostly a writer, do poetry, creative nonfiction, kind of dance, sort of, I guess, question mark.
Hey, no, she gets down. She gets down. Ooh, the moves.
In this little ball pit.
In this ball pit right
we
here.
We do the worm. Diagonal.
The diagonal. One worm. You just got one worm.
We just get a drone over the worm.
Just so you can see. Yeah,
exactly.
Drone over the worm. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Put that down, Sahil. Mike, yeah.
But tell us about yourself, Chris.
Yeah, so I'm Chris Carson. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but specifically Twinsburg, which holds the record for the most twins in one area. We have a festival called Twins Day. So.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I moved out here to San Diego like 6 years ago. I'm an upcycling fashion designer. I also like sketch and do charcoal art, but upcycling is really important to me because I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, and that has become more prevalent because our planet is warming up. So, upcycling, taking old stuff, making new stuff out of it, really helps our planet. And helps create a better future for all of us, because I want to create more an inclusive fashion experience and teach people how to sew and, you know, make the world a little bit better than when we left it. So,
Love
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Hey.
So let's get into these topics real quick.
Oh, yeah,
let's get into
yeah,
these
yeah.
topics. Did you know that the ball pit was the first ever commercial ball pit was made here in San Diego?
No, I didn't know this.
So a little history lesson for you. So Eric McMillan is a British American designer, and he had a jar of onions, pickled onions, and he was looking at it and wondered, hey, what would it be like to play in this jar of like a little round bowl of onions? Crazy idea. But he eventually created a ball pit from that idea. He's created several different parks, but he created one in SeaWorld in San Diego. And it's the first commercial ball pit. Now, the first ever ball pit was made by a few ladies that worked at IKEA in 1971.
Okay.
So, but the first commercial one was here in San Diego. So, just a little fun fact for all you guys.
Do you know we can find this ball pit in SeaWorld still?
We might be able to.
SeaWorld sponsor us so we can figure out the ball pit.
Call us SeaWorld. Call us, you know, hit us up. Hit us up.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. We're going to documentary style. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And then we're also, another fun fact, we're also in Teralta Park.
Yes.
This was built in 2001. This was all part of an initiative to prevent the I-15 highway from dividing this community. It was created in the it was an initiative in the 1990s to create more green space in marginalized communities. So they created Teralta Park 2001 just to create green space for people to commune, to have to see each other, just a space to get away. And we also have a sick community mural in the back that really represents the flavor of City Heights, because there's a lot of different languages that are spoken in this area, if you don't know. So yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, your childhood.
The childhood.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what was your childhood like in Washington?
Oh God. Oh God. Listen, this is when we start trauma bonding.
Oh,
We're just the trauma jumping right now.
Give it to me. I'm ready.
So I grew up in Olympia, Washington, which is predominantly a white town. So there was a lot of like interesting racism that you wouldn't really clock until like you're older, you're out of the city. You're like, oh, actually, the way they were interacting with you was very racist, and maybe we should think about this a little bit more. And how do we, you know, navigate that?
Yes.
And so, as someone who like is a daughter of refugees, and my mom growing up didn't really speak English, and so finding those pockets of community where it's just Vietnamese speaking or just like Vietnamese community so that she felt comfortable was really interesting. So growing up, I was in Vietnamese second language school. So every Friday for 2 hours from 7 to 9 p.m. I would go to this like church, and then they would have these like classrooms that would like have volunteer instructors to teach us Vietnamese.
Nice.
There's that community, and then there was the secondary sub branch of that, which is like Catholic Vietnamese community.
Yeah.
And so every month there's like one Viet like mass, and we would go to that. And my mom would then push me to go into Vietnamese Eucharistic like youth group basically, and just like be with other Viet people. And so a lot of my childhood was very strict, and also like I didn't do a lot of extracurriculars. So I was just like in these different Viet communities. And I was like, oof, childhood? I don't know. I don't remember anything from childhood. I just remember doing things because I was Viet. But I'm hoping you have like a more fun childhood. So tell me about.
Well, no, that's kind of mind blowing to hear about you, because I feel like you're such like a ball of energy and like free spirit. And yeah, that's wild. For me, so man, I had to think about it for a little bit. Okay, so we didn't really have much when I was growing up. So we always made do, but my parents did a great job of not like making us feel like we didn't have it, you know? So we would, man, my mom is a shopper. My dad was an entrepreneur. My mom is more than a shopper. She was like a banker and everything. But she loved to shop, and she would always take us shopping, and we would go to like thrift stores, and just stick with the clearance rack. But that was really a lot of fun for me because I would find stuff that other people didn't necessarily want, but I knew I could make work and no one else would have. So that was always fun for me. My mom and my grandma was a huge influence on my life because those two, they always expose us to different cultures, different things going around in Cleveland, like any kind of festival. Like one I'll never forget is like a bug festival we went to, and I always think back on, I was like, Mom, why in the world would you take us to this bug festival? And we were probably like maybe the few kids of color that were there, but it was cool to be in those spaces and to be seen, but also see these communities, and it really like opened your mind up to like the whole world, that's out there. So yeah, we actually got to eat some bugs. It was pretty cool.
Oh my God. Do you remember which bugs you ate?
An earthworm that was covered in Jello.
Okay, gross.
Pretty good. Hey, good protein. It was good protein. It was really good protein.
Most bugs are. You're not selling this.
No, listen to me. And then fried grasshoppers.
Okay, I can fry.
Fried? Anything fried?
Easy.
Slaps.
True.
So those were hitting. Also was into like art classes early on. My mom really nurtured my like artistic ability. Same thing with my aunt. She worked for the newspaper called The Plain Dealer in Cleveland. So I got to meet some cartoonists, and she really showed me like, hey, you can make this a thing. But man, Cleveland was a lot of fun. High school, in middle school I moved to the suburbs, so that was like a whole culture shock for me because like I was going to a private school where it was more diverse. So like coming to the suburbs, it's a shell shock, like I didn't know, looking back on it, I kind of realized things were like pretty kind of like segregated, but I was in the position where I was kind of like moved through these different communities. Yeah. But in certain ones, I didn't feel like I could be like myself in some areas like that. But man, childhood was one big adventure, and it's something I always gravitate towards. Like I feel like I never grew up.
Oh my gosh, we love a Peter Pan moment.
We love a Peter Pan moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm never grew.
Like you don't want that in dating, but we.
Yeah. No. Not quite.
It seems really obvious, like your childhood and like that inner child of yours, like throughout knowing you through like SDAI and just like our conversations, it's always so jovial and like bubbly and like energetic. Every time we like link up, something matches up.
And then this explosion happens.
Exactly.
Like every time. Like when I first met you, we were playing with that ball, I was like, oh no, she's tapped in with her inner child, and like we're locked in.
Because I didn't have a childhood.
I didn't.
You gotta
so now I'm a B.
But so we have the different spectrum of inner child.
But we're still meeting right here in this ball pit.
In this ball pit with all the dreams.
Absolutely.
Dreams and ballpits,
Dreams
baby.
and ballpits, baby. So I gotta ask. I got another question for you. Another question for you. So, who is like the most influential person, I guess, in your life growing up?
Oh, that's such a good question. I think growing up, it was just like different teachers I had that I felt really like close to, and that because they were always so empathetic to me. As I was a very sensitive child growing up, I was crying over everything, this and that, which probably has to do with a different childhood abuse thing. But that's not for here. That's not for here. That's for a therapy session. And so to see like the care and love from like different teachers really helped me to believe that like there was something I was worth something.
Yeah.
A lot of my writing actually was encouraged by other professors and instructors to be like, no, you should go pursue creative writing, or like I like your writing and you can do more than like in this like normal English class. You should go in honors English class, which I was like, nah, I don't want to, but I guess because you were telling me. And then I was like, I'm failing. I should go back to normal. high school English. So yeah, I think for a lot of like growing up, it was always like these different teachers who truly showed me what care was.
Yeah. Cause they were like there to fill the void.
Yeah,
to nurture
the void.
You.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. And I feel like they saw something in you too.
Yeah.
That maybe you didn't see in yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's also like I say this, and then I think like, oh, my dad was actually that person who was like always like Okay, so my dad was a mailman before some dramatic scandal happened. I don't really know what it is, but anytime I was going to like a school that he was a mailman on that route for, they were always like, "That's your dad? He's so kind, he's so lovely, he's so nice, this and that." And then like seeing how his generosity continues to show no matter like where he's at or like what part of life he's in. It's always been very evident that like he is a man of like kindness and love, and like that's what I try to aspire to be like in any work that I do. So also an influential figure, my dad.
I love that. Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to the Pops.
Shout out to the Pops out
Daddy
there.
too.
Daddy too. Daddy too. Shout out to Daddy too. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing.
But what about you? Growing up, influential figures?
That's a great. So I would have to say 2 people. One is 2 teachers. I'll never forget them. Mrs. Rice and then Mrs. Ross.
Okay.
Mrs. Rice was like my 2nd grade teacher. She was a character, you know? She used to dress, so she loved Tweety Bird, and then she would dress up as like Tweety Bird, like full costume, head and everything, like, and surprise us. And then the other teacher, I forgot her name. We're gonna call her Miss P because her last name started with a P. But then she would be Sylvester, and they would just chase each other around throughout the class.
Love a bit.
And they were like, you know what I mean, like fully dedicated. And then it was like, I don't know, they were like kids like us, you know. And it just showed me like when you get older, you don't have to lose that sense of like play and like freedom. Like you can have fun no matter how old you are or what stage of life you're at. So. Super influential, like had a blast in her class. And then in high school, Mrs. Ross. So, and also Mr. Hutch. Shout out to Mr. Hutch too, because so Mr. Hutch, I was in the summer class. He taught us about, you know, taking advanced courses, honors classes, and what advantages they have. So I was like, screw it, let's do it. But then when I signed up for these classes, I'm like the one of 3 black kids in the class, and I felt discouraged because everyone was putting their hands up and engaged, and I just didn't feel like, I was alone and a little discouraged. But then Miss Ross, she really poured into me, and then she just noticed I was kind of like disgruntled, and you know, she kind of pulled me to the side and, you know, really spoke like words of encouragement. And then like my grades were getting better, and I felt like that I could keep up and that I could do it. So she really let me see kind of like the potential that I didn't know I had, and I deserved to be in those rooms. And yeah, because those rooms like are always just for a certain type, and like when you don't see other people who look like you, or you don't have like friends in those classrooms, it's really hard. So to like have a, you know, teacher to be like, you know, you can do this, you don't this and that, is really encouraging. And like, look at you now in this ball pit. Over here driving around with a ball pit. With a ball pit. You still got the inner child, like, you know what I mean? There's so much to be said. Like, and it's crazy, like those little moments, how much of an effect they have on you for the rest of your life, you know? Because I mean, she didn't have to say anything, and I would have kept my head down and kind of going through the motions. But like, man, I feel like teachers don't get enough credit. They really like are shaping the future. They are. They really are. For, you know, and I think we're all kind of like blessed to have at least, you know, I hope everyone has a great teacher in their life, you know. Just at least one person. At least one that like gives you that boost and believes in you, you know what I mean? Because that could change the trajectory of your life. It really does. Yeah, it really does. And they need to get paid more too. Shout out to the teachers. Shout out to the teachers. They're underfunded. They deserve more. Absolutely. Classrooms are overcrowded because there's not enough funds. Yep. I wonder why. We'll talk about that later. Maybe off screen. Yeah. Maybe too much for our first episode. Yeah. We don't want to drop the bomb. Oh, too soon. Anyway, so I guess one last question for you. Growing up, what was like some of your favorite like cartoons? Oh my god! I gotta know. Were you at Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network? Okay, there we go. It's Cartoon Network. Toonami? Oh my
With
God.
Tsunami.
The greatest.
The greatest. With a random alien robot spaceship between, like...
Giving you real talk in
Yes.
between the next episode.
Truly.
Come on, man.
Like, oh my gosh. So Cartoon Network, I feel like, was the only network that was playing Sailor Moon.
It was.
Sailor Moon, Pokemon.
Yep.
And then... Was Powerpuff Girls Nickelodeon? I think
Powerpuff Girls was Cartoon Network because it was a little edgy.
Hey!
Shout out, bro.
Shout out Cartoon Network.
Shout out Cartoon Network,
girlie.
bro. Let me tell you one of the funniest episodes I'll never forget of Powerpuff Girls.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's when Bubbles turns into Mojo Jojo and she's talking just like him.
I do remember this.
It is me, Bubbles, and I will destroy you. I was like, bro, what is going on right now? And then and then these girls, they would just gang up on. I felt bad for Mojo Jojo, man. The man was he would just be in his robe, like in a towel, just taking a shower, and these girls pull up and then just beat his ass. And I'm like, damn, man, like.
All because Professor just accidentally spilled too much Chemical X on a monkey.
Yep.
And now he's the ultimate villain.
And he was like, I didn't even want to be this, bro. I didn't want to be this.
I just wanted to be a superpowered monkey.
That's it. I want to have my little layer of my brain showing.
Yeah,
Never get tired. I don't want these little girls abusing me every time, but that's what they do, man.
That's what they do.
Yeah, Buttercup, Blossom, yeah, man.
Bubbles,
yeah. Bubbles might be the GOAT, though. I think everyone.
Yeah.
She's
Bubbles
the GOAT.
the best.
Yeah, she's the best. She will lay it down.
Yeah.
Dexter's Laboratory, too.
Oh.
Dee
Dee. With her tutu. With her tutu.
Dancing around.
7
foot everything.
Exactly.
She was tall.
So tall.
She was tall,
man. This tiny ass little Dexter and this like tall ballerina girl who's like ditzy as hell.
And she was the younger one too.
Yes.
I was like, bro, I feel bad for you, bro. I feel bad. Like, and like the parents too.
Yep.
Like, he had that. And were you ever into like Kablam, like Nickelodeon?
Oh no.
Oh, so it was trippiest show next to Ren and Stimpy. Like it would almost be like SNL, but like they would have claymation, they would have like paper cartoons. Like it was a whole amalgamation of like different mediums to have cartoons, and it was so trippy. They had superheroes that were action figures, but one of them was naked, and that's all he did.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So it really shapes you as a kid.
90s Nickelodeon really worked for the edgy kids, really for the ones, the real ones.
I'm happy we turned out the way that we did, because it could have went totally, it could have went totally different. Ren and Stimpy alone, like, come on, drugs, they were on drugs making that show, they had to be, come on.
I mean, Invader Zim was on the same network.
Invader Zim was the I watched that the other day. I was like,
oh my god!
When he turned himself into meat. I'm like, what are we doing? How, bro? Just to avoid germs. How? And then there was another one where he swallowed everyone's organs, and he was like harvesting. Like, it was insane. Just to remain healthy. It was. Invader Zim might be the crazy show.
Yeah.
Dib.
The original E-Girls, really.
Oh yeah,
The original.
The original.
Since we're already chatting about it, other cartoons that you grew up with and like our favorite.
Oh, man, Pokemon changed my life, for sure. Seeing Pikachu, I was like, yeah. And then Squirtle, that's like my spirit animal. Yes. I'm like, what's your spirit Pokemon? I gotta know.
My spirit Pokemon.
Which one do you like? You feel like identify with?
151.
Yeah.
OG.
We're not doing the.
No,
we're not doing all that. I don't even know what we're on right now.
I was such a sucker for Flareon.
Ooh.
As a kid, I loved Flareon.
Okay.
Fluffy, fox, dog, evolution.
Yep.
Spits fire.
But can burn you if you get. Don't get cute.
No.
That flamethrower is crazy.
Don't threaten a Flareon.
Don't ever.
Learn flamethrower. Can learn
flamethrower and ruin your day.
Exactly.
Don't pet it. Don't feed it.
No.
You don't mess with a Flareon. You do not. All those cats, they were a gang of cats.
Oh yeah.
You don't mess with any of them. OGs. Big OGs, man. I can see you as a Flareon. For sure.
Thank you.
I feel like sometimes, like, at least nowadays, like, I feel like Psyduck. Just like, Psyduck! psych. Just confused.
Always confused.
Always confused, like what's going on. The news is crazy nowadays.
And then somehow gets the job done, though.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
Every single time.
Yeah, every time.
Somehow. Okay.
But naturally confused.
Yes, naturally confused. I don't know why this brought my brain up, but like, do you remember that Pokemon episode where like the kids go missing?
Dude, and then they were relying on the Pokemon to find them. Like it's like a whole.
It was like they found out that like this hypno was like hypnotizing these kids, and they were all running off to this like abandoned secret lake.
Yes.
That episode scared the shit out of me. I was like, this is too morbid. Like, I don't want to be hypnotized and then pretend.
Can that happen to me?
Yeah. Is this the cult that we're calling for? The hypno cult?
The hypno cult. You're like scared to look at the TV when he's doing it because I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna go to the lake too. I can't do that.
I can't do that. I'm gonna be in this random forest and go missing for a week.
Come on, like that's not fun.
No.
I'm gonna miss school. I'm gonna miss my friends.
Yes, exactly.
Come on.
The school part we don't really care about.
No, we don't care about school.
The friends part.
The friends, the homies.
The homies.
I'll miss out with the homies. Yep. That's a fact.
That's
a fact. Yo, and then like Cur's a cowardly dog. If we're talking about being scarred.
Yes.
That show.
Oh my God.
Dude, the barber, I'll never forget it. There was 2 episodes. The barber who loved to like shave people's like hair clean off. And he would say like, I'm just being naughty. And he would have like this sinister grin. I was like, no, I don't want to get a haircut anymore. That's why I've always been resistant to haircuts.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, it reminds me of that dude. And then the other one was the slab, where there was like this creepy figure outside, like, oh.
I do remember this episode.
The slab.
My God.
And I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm gonna sleep with the lights on today. I'm good on that.
Yeah.
But Cur's a cowardly dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shows you what anxiety was.
Yeah, nightmare fuel, truly.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. Nothing was cute about that show.
No,
nothing at all. Nothing at all. Man, dude.
Oof.
Yeah, man. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. But yeah. Oh, and then one last question for you. I know I said last question before, but this is it. Then we can wrap.
Okay.
What does San Diego mean to you? And how do you go about kind of feeding your inner child nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, for me, San Diego is this giant geographical city that has so many small towns within them that it's like a constant effort to find community and be a villager and show up, like Animal Crossing style, like, you know, like every little villager has a different house, different vibe. Every little neighborhood in San Diego has a different energy, different vibe.
Yes.
And so learning how to show up and figuring out how to be among others and what roles were taking place and what roles we're showing up as has been like truly, I feel like, the underlying journey for me in San Diego and what it means to me.
I love that.
What about you?
I would say, man, you had a really good answer, and I was gonna say something similar.
Say something similar. It doesn't have to be exactly different. It's like your friend ordering the same food and you're like, I don't want to order the same thing as them. I was like, no, just do it. You want that, you do it.
Just get it without the onion. No, yeah, I would say it's one of the purest forms of community I've ever experienced. And you summed it up perfectly. It's so many different flavors. I think with there's a lot of transplants here, but there's also a lot of people that were born and raised here, and it's such a bubble of all these different vibes, but they're coming together to make this whole experience, and it's just beautiful. When I first came here, someone said like, yeah, San Diego's really fertile, and I was like, whoa, bro, what are you talking about? But now I get it, like after like years of being here, because it's like, no, it's like you have an idea, it's a great place to just go for it and get a nice like foundation for anything that you want to do. I feel like people are really open and want to connect, and they care, even when things are expensive. We still try to make time to have community. I think it's so homegrown and organic here. I would
Homegrown
say.
project.
Homegrown project.
Shout out.
Side plug. Tap in, follow. Yeah, I would say that. So, any shout outs that you want to give, or okay, so sponsors. If you want to sponsor the podcast, hit us up at dreamsandballpits@gmail.com. We'll put your logo somewhere around here. We'll put that in post. It's gonna be right above here.
Somewhere.
So please tap in with that. Chuck E. Cheese, call us. I know y'all got ball pits, and we want to do a podcast there.
Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's, you're on the clock. Hit us up. Hit us up. Anybody else we want to like really talk to? Like Kid Cudi, hit us up. Obama, you're always welcome here. You know, hit us up.
In this ball pit.
In this ball pit right here. Yeah, please come through.
Yeah. I'm excited to see who our next guest is and who we're gonna gab about their inner child with.
Yeah. The lineup is crazy.
It's gonna
the
be
lineup
hot.
is, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But yeah, this is the first episode, Dreams and Ballpits podcast. You're gonna see it soon. And shout out to Sahil and Mike behind the camera, man. They're the faceless heroes of this, you know?
Yeah, with their FX3.
FX3, don't forget, FX3. Sahil's gonna talk about
What was the other one?
A7, A74, A73,
A72, I don't know.
XLR mics,
We're
all
asking
this.
them to translate for us.
Yeah, this camera talk, learning so much, but I don't know what they're saying half the time.
Nope.
But yeah, man, this is the first episode. Thank you guys for viewing, and see you in episode 2.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Yeah.